Black Friday shopping. There's no better way to do that than listening to some Crimson Storm basketball right here on SNUathletics.com.
The three, puts it up, knocks it down. Hits this one hard out to left center. Carrying out deep, could it be? It is gone.
And Jacobs with the punishing kill.
A two-run shot that ties the game.
Hyatt hits it over, and she's going to have a kill. Over to Boyd, inside to Gaddis. Spin move, puts it up, takes the foul, and knocks it down. Quan Connor takes it.
Welcome live here to Central Oklahoma. David Noblet to bring you all of today's action live right here on SNUathletics.com. It's Southern Nazarene taking on Oklahoma Christian, literally the longest rival for the Crimson Storm. These two will meet for the 108th time tonight. Southern Nazarene trails the all-time series 62-45 as this series goes all the way back to 1964. The very first game in Crimson Storm basketball history was against Oklahoma Christian. The Eagles won that one, but Southern Nazarene has won 9 of the last 11. Coach Bohach, head coach for the Southern Nazarene, is 9-5 against Oklahoma Christian. He comes in with a 174-50 career record in his 8th season. Out of Nebraska, he will take on the winningest coach. 23.5 points average per game for the junior out of Dallas, Texas. So one heck of a week for Southern Nazarene. The Crimson Storm opened up the season in the Southwestern Oklahoma State MIAA Exempt Classic out there in Weatherford. The Crimson Storm took on a Nebraska Kearney team that had 2 preseason All-Americans. They fell 95-80 in that first game and then fell 86-79 after having a 19-point lead against Lindenwood in the second game of that Exempt Classic. Again, the Crimson Storm picked up a 13-point win on Thursday and then picked up another 13-point win over Ouachita Baptist on Saturday, looking for their third straight win. They'll take on an Oklahoma Christian team who is 0-3 on the year. Texas A&M Commerce was the first loss for the Eagles, 81-66 inside the Eagles' nest. Turn around the next night, Oklahoma Christian took on Cameron, were defeated 83-67 again inside the Eagles' nest. And the third loss of the year was against UCO, the host of this tournament. That one went double overtime. Broncos pick up a 73-67 win over Oklahoma Christian. The Eagles looking for their first win of the year. 10 games between their last game and this one. So Southern Nazarene will take on Oklahoma Christian. Up next on SNUathletics.com, we'll be right back. Off a year in which they were 6-2. And 2-2 on the year again, 2-0. Everybody else in the conference already has at least one loss in the regular season. Oklahoma Baptist, East Central, Southern Arkansas, Arkansas Tech, Harding, and Ouachita all 1-1, while Monticello, Henderson State, and Northwestern all 0-2. Southern Nazarene, along with several other Great American Conference teams, played in that exempt weekend. A lot of teams playing against the MIAA and NSIC, well-known powerhouses within the Central region. two other men's games going on tonight as Southeastern Oklahoma State takes on Central Missouri, one of the top teams in the country, a national champion here recently, I believe. And Ouachita took on Tarleton State, where we'll play Tarleton State down in Stephenville, Texas, at 7 p.m. Again, Southeastern plays Central Missouri at 6 in Warrensburg, and Washington Mary's at 5:15 down in San Antonio, and Harding will play at Delta State in Cleveland, Mississippi at 6 p.m. There's your rundown of the conference. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look over starters and some of the key players for each team. You're listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back inside Sutton Fieldhouse. David Noblet here to bring you all of today's action live right here on SNUathletics.com. Let's take a quick look at the NCAA Division II rankings. Last updated November 17th. Augustana in the Central Region leads it all the way. Still at preseason rankings. They were 31-3 last year. They got 9 of the possible 15 votes in the top 25 poll. Tarleton State at number 2 with 2 votes. West Liberty with 2 votes. And Bellarmine with a vote at number 4. And Indiana out of Pennsylvania also got 1 vote. They're at number 7. So top 10, Augustana, Tarleton State, West Liberty, Bellarmine, Lincoln Memorial, Mount Olive, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Minnesota, State Moorhead, and Colorado Mines in the top 10. Arkansas Tech and Harding, I believe, each received votes. East Central also received 3 votes. As we take a look at the rest of these to see who all received votes, Harding did receive 4 votes. Arkansas Tech also received a vote, as 3 teams from the Great American Conference had received votes. Southern Nazarene taking on Oklahoma Christian. Crimson Storm coming in 2-2. Oklahoma Christian 0-3. We're just about 5 minutes away from tip. Let's take a quick look at some of the stats of some of our key players. Leading the way for the Crimson Storm is L.B. Willis. Willis, the junior out of Dallas, Texas. So far this year averaging 19.3 points, 3.8 assists, and 4.8 rebounds. He is the leading scorer for the Crimson Storm. He's followed by C.J. Rodriguez, 16.3 points, 4.0 assists per game, 3.8 rebounds. 5 players average double figures for the Crimson Storm. Garrett Butler averages 11.8. Francisco Hukel and C.J. White each average 11.5. Garrett Butler, 1.3 assists, 4.0 rebounds. Francisco Hukel, 11.5 points, 4.8 rebounds. And C.J. White averages 11.5 points, 7.0 rebounds. Jared Starkey, who has been injured for the last couple of games, looks like more than likely will file a medical hardship for Southern Nazarene. Has had some knee issues and some other injuries. May focus on getting healthy this year and coming back next year strong as can be. Crimson Storm taking on Oklahoma Christian. The Eagles are led by Elijah Strickland, 15.0 points per game, 3.0 assists per game, 4.7 rebounds per game. Jordan Box averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists per game, and 2 rebounds per game. Total are in double figures. The Eagles drew 9.7 rebounds, almost a double-double for the Eagles. Had a chance to catch up with Crimson Storm coach Adam Bohach for just a quick minute as we talked about this game and what it means to him, one, to face the winningest coach in the state of Oklahoma, is also facing a fellow rival in Oklahoma Christian. What's been the difference from week 1 to week 2 and getting things going and getting some rhythm going?
Yeah, I thought we played harder, Dave, in week 2 there, and we guarded a lot better. And so anxious to see tonight, was that a result of being at home, or have we taken some steps to maybe be a little better defensively?
Second question before we get going. Playing Coach Hayes, well-known coach. Houston, Texas, number 5, Jordan Rutherford, a 6'8 senior from the Congo. Chiza Natrata, a 6'4 sophomore from Coweta, Oklahoma. Number 11, Zach Norris, a 6'3 sophomore from Burke Burnett, Texas. Number 15, Elijah Strickland, and a 7-foot junior from Crescent, Oklahoma. Number 25, John Moon. Now the starting lineup for your Crimson Storm: a 6-foot senior from Burlington, Oklahoma. Number 5, Garrett Butler. A 6'1 junior from Dallas, Texas, number 5, L.B. Willis. A 6'2 senior from Harker Heights, Texas, number 13, C.J. Rodriguez. A 6'5 junior from Gulfport, Mississippi, number 21, C.J. White. And a 6'4 senior from Tecumseh, Oklahoma, number 25, Francisco Hukel. Southern Nazarene taking on Oklahoma Christian, and once again, the 108th meeting between these two. This should be, and is always, an exciting game between these two schools. Longtime rivals of the Sooner Athletic Conference. Now both are Division II members. Oklahoma Christian out of the Heartland, Southern Nazarene out of the Great American Conference. These two about 20 to 30 minutes at most away from each other, but in two completely separate regions. The Crimson Storm are in the Central region. Oklahoma Christian in the South Central region. So the RMAC, Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, Lone Star, and the Heartland in one region. The MIAA, the NSIC, and the GAC, all in the Central region. Southern Nazarene in the in the home grays, trimmed in crimson and white. Oklahoma Christian in the away maroon uniforms, trimmed in gray and white. Oklahoma Christian going right to left on your computer screen. Southern Nazarene going left to right. John Moon will more than likely jump center for Eagles. Initiate an underside. About to get underway. Eugene Jackson throws it up. It'll be into the hands of the Eagles. Up top now to Norris. Norris left side. He's going to Strickland out immediately. Down inside. 6-3 lead. Disco Hukel. Now he Sutton Fieldhouse here scores a three-pointer already. First team foul on the Eagles. Inbound. Storm up 9 for his. Cameron P. Press. Called on number 2. Back here at Central Oklahoma, Southern Nazarene down 40-37.
At the line, Jeffrey
Hightower at the line for 2. Bounces that one off the front of the rim, actually 1-1, but he'll hit that front one. 41-37. Hightower. He led at 1 point. Now trail 41-37. Garrett Butler at 2 from the left elbow. He knocks it down. Crimson Storm within 2 now. 41-39. Strickland hands it off to Rutherford. Rutherford up top to Eibel. Eibel at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to left side to Strickland. No good. Into the hands of Rodriguez. Rodriguez out and running right side. He'll hold it back down into Hukel. Kankipaw inside to Starkey. Hukel for 3 from the left side, and that one goes down. Make that lead change number 10. 42-40 first half. Left side is out of the rim, no good. Tipped around into the hands of Hightower. Hightower inbounds it, throws it all the way back to Strickland. Strickland now right side back to Hightower. Hightower right wing. Off to Eibel. Eibel cuts, right elbow, nowhere to go. Strickland drives, he's inside, goes up. Oh, no good. Around into the right side, top of the key now to Hukel. Left side over to Rodriguez. Now here's Kankinpa. Rodriguez, he'll pull up for a 3. That one goes down. C.J. Rodriguez with another 3. Rodriguez is now with 18 on the night. 18 in the first half. Hightower tries to dump it into Moon, and Hukel will knock it out. 45-41 lead for Southern Nazarene. Norris will come back in for Eibel. So now you've got Norris, Moon, Rutherford, Hightower, and Strickland on the floor for Oklahoma Christian. Kankanpah, Starkey, Butler, Hukel, Rodriguez on the floor for Southern Nazarene. Dumps it down inside to Moon. Moon left baseline. He's going to fire about a 15-footer. No good. Hightower tries to get this one, and they're going to call a foul on Francisco Hukel. Hukel, Rodriguez, Butler, and Willis. Kankanpah will play the forward. Center is Noah Starkey. That one bounces in, and now high points. And today, lead for the Crimson. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Oh, could have had it, bounced right back to him, just couldn't handle it. Southern Nazarene will come up with it. Rodriguez pushes hard, maybe out of control. This one bounces in. Moon's going to come up with it. Just tipped away, maybe off a leg of a Eagle player into the hands of Oklahoma Christian. Moon almost can't handle that pass there. Here's Rutherford, 15 feet out. He misses off the back of the rim, no good. Rodriguez will come down with it down. Willis, left side, top of the key to Rodriguez. Rodriguez now finds Butler for two. Just inside a very long two. And that'll be good for Garrett Butler. Butler now with 10 points. Butler now 4 of 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point range. Back to 5 for the Crimson Storm, under 2 to play. Dumps it down inside for Moon. Off the timeout, Southern Nazarene leads. You're listening to Crimson Storm basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Them to necessarily all those going down, but not afraid to shoot it, that's for sure. Butler's definitely knocked a few of those down over the years. Foul's going to be called on the Crimson Storm. Foul's going to be called on Noah Starkey, his second. Team's ninth. Crimson Storm down with 9 team fouls. Oklahoma Christian with 8. Still in the bonus. Moon will go to the line for 1 and 1.
John Moon, shooting 1 and 1.
Moon so far on the night, 3 of 5 at the line. Make that 4 of 6. He now has 15. He leads the Eagles in scoring. Back over to halftime, campus of Central Oklahoma. Southern Nazarene up 50-48. And the percentages are unreal for both teams, especially from three-point range. Southern Nazarene shooting 53.8% from, Southern Nazarene shooting 66.7% from three-point range. They are 10 of 15 from outside. Oklahoma Christian shooting 53.8% from outside. 7 of 13. Oklahoma Christian shooting 48% from the field. SNU shooting 18 of 40. So both teams are shooting better from beyond the arc than they are inside the arc. So Southern Nazarene, again, 10 of 15 from three-point range. They're led by C.J. Rodriguez, 18 points on the night, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 7 for the floor, 1 for 1 from three-point range, 1 of 2 at the line. L.B. Willis also has 7 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, as well as a steal, 3 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range. Anton Kankenpaw with 5 points off the bench. Noah Starkey with 2 points off the bench. Oklahoma Christian getting it done in the paint, 18 points. 15 of those points have come from John Moon, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 for 1 from three-point range. His only career three-pointer, 4 of 7 at the line. He's also got 4 rebounds, a career-high 5 blocks through the first half, and 2 assists along with Estrada, 11 points. He's got 2 rebounds. He's 4 of 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from downtown. Jeffrey Hightower's got 7 points off of the bench, 7 points in just 5 minutes for Hightower. He's 2 of 2 from the field, 3 for 5 at the line. Daniel Eibel also with 3 points, along with Elijah Strickland has 7 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 for 3 from three-point range. Zach Norris also with 2 points. Southern Nazarene, 22 rebounds, 8 of those offensive. Oklahoma Christian, 21 rebounds, 7 of those are offensive. 10 points off the bench for OC. SNU with 7 points off of the bench. 10 lead changes in the first half. It has been tied 6 times. The largest lead for the Crimson Storm was 9. That was Oklahoma Christian went on one half, led 32-23 with 9:02 left in the first half. But Oklahoma Christian went on one heck of a run to take one of their largest leads, and went on an 18-5 run over about 4 minutes and 36 seconds to take a 41-37 lead with 4:36, and led 41-37 on a Hightower free throw. Completed that 3-point play. SNU answered back to take a 42-41 lead, then pushed it to 50-45 before an Elijah Strickland 3 with 7 seconds left to play, and that's where we stand right now at 50-48. Again, leading scorers for the Crimson Storm, C.J. Rodriguez with 18, Garrett Butler with 10.
As Oklahoma Christian shot 49.
So we take a quick. Missouri 4-0. Southeastern, again, one of those three teams who are 7-footer from Crescent has pretty much put a stop to C.J. White all night. John Moon, career high 5 blocks, and has been a tough presence for Southern Nazarene under the basket all night. SNU has been trying to drive and cut through those lanes, and Moon has guarded that paint quite well. 50-48 lead. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Second half about to get underway. On the floor for the Crimson Storm be Huckel, Willis, Butler, White, Rodriguez. On the floor for the Crimson Storm. On the floor for the Eagles, Rutherford, Strickland, Entrada, Norris, and Moon. Back to the starting 5 for both teams. L.B. Willis tried to slash through the lane to draw Moon to hand it off to C.J. White. White can't handle it. A turnover for the Crimson Storm to start the second half. Down inside to Moon. Moon backs White in. Easy up and in for 2. And now John Moon already with 2 points here in the second half. Dumps it inside to White. White fakes, goes, blocks, make that number 6 for Moon. Into the hands of Strickland.
6 blocks on the night and finally gets that career high.
Up top to Norris. Dumps it inside to Moon. Moon left side on the block. He goes up with the left hand off the glass and in for 2. 4 points in the second half for Moon. He now has 19. 52-50 lead for Oklahoma Christian. Make that 11 lead changes now. Willis drives. Here's Butler. Now left side over to Huckel. Huckel fakes, dumps it inside to White. White backs Moon down into the lane. Well, knocked away. Tries to throw it down the baseline. Hands it over to, tries to throw it to Willis and threw it out of bounds. C.J. Rodriguez wanted the foul by Moon. Can't get it. So Moon causing all kinds of havoc in the paint for Oklahoma Christian. Eagles with a 52-50 lead. This one's already set to be another great one, as it has been in the first half. Rutherford comes off a screen, hands it back off to Entrada, up top to Strickland. Strickland will back it out with 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Guarded by Willis. Right side to Strickland. Strickland with the key, now left side to White. White 15 feet out. He's going to drive inside, bumps him away, bumps Moon away, gets it to go. First points of the night for C.J. White. Gets 2 against Moon. 53-52 now. 2 minutes in. 1 point lead for the Eagles. Hands it off to Norris, top of the key. Back to Entrada. Entrada will dump it into Moon. Moon goes up, and he's in for 2. 2 points for Moon, and Moon's just living inside the paint all night. He's now got 22, 8 of 13 from the field. Willis at the top. Rodriguez right wing comes off a screen. Slip by Huckel. Huckel fakes, drives, and he's fouled by Entrada. Entrada now with Rutherford up top. Man-to-man by the Crimson Storm. Norris guarded by Butler. Dumps it back inside to Moon. They're going to keep going into Moon, but now up top to Strickland. Drive right side is Rutherford. Rutherford spins right side to Strickland. Strickland hits the 3, and it's 58-54. Biggest lead of the night, or ties the biggest lead of the night by OC. They've led by as much as 4. 58-54.
Number 5, Jordan Rutherford. It's his 3rd. Second team foul.
16:56 left. Butler for a quick three from the left side. Off the side of the rim twice, no good. This one's tipped around, and they're going to call a foul on L.B. Willis. Be the second team foul in this half. Second personal on L.B. Willis. White will come off the floor as Noah Starkey comes in. 58-54 lead by the Eagles. Inside right, now right side up top to Strickland. Rutherford now dumps it inside to Moon. Moon spins, had Moon. Left side to Norris. Team off, fakes. Not Welcome back to Central Oklahoma. Southern Nazarene down 64-60, 14:45 left in the game. Willis will bring it in across half court. Quayla Newton checks in for Southern Nazarene. So you got Willis, Meggs, McGrady, Kunkenpaw, and Newton. They tried to throw an alley-oop, and it'll be a legal screen called on number 33, Garrett McGrady. His second, team's fifth. And so we've had all kinds of illegal screens called tonight on both teams. And part of that new rules of trying to reduce the fouling and get more offensive play, and there's Strickland for a three from the left side, and Strickland makes it a 67-60 game. Elijah Strickland now with 13. Willis dribbles it around, bounce pass over to McGrady. McGrady comes up with it, stripped by Norris. This one is taken away, though, by Willis, comes up into the hands of Newton. So this switches over, and a new shot clock for the Crimson Storm. Kunkenpaw looking for McGrady down low. McGrady on the left post, backs down Moon. Kicks it out to Newton. Newton right wing. Down on the right side, almost falls down. Over the right baseline to Meggs. Meggs dumps it into McGrady. McGrady backs in, spins to his left, goes up, no good, into the hands of Moon. Definitely altered by Moon. Don't know if it was blocked, though. Strickland over to Moon. Moon dribbles to his left, hands off to Norris. Norris at the top. Now Strickland, now to Rutherford. Rutherford dumps it inside to Moon. Moon immediately double team. Goes off the side of the rim, no good. Into the hands of Moon. Moon back, gets it, no good. Can't come down with it. Into the hands of Willis. Coach Hayes wanted a foul on that one. Willis, left side, he goes up. They're going to call a block, and L.B. Willis will go to the line for two. Willis will be shooting two. Foul's going to be called on number 11, Zach Norris. His third, team's fourth in the half. Rodriguez will check in. Hukel will also check in. So you've got Rodriguez, Meggs, Hukel, Quaylen Newton, and Anton Kunkenpaw. Rodriguez will inbound the ball under the Crimson Storm's basket. Rodriguez gets it back. Hukel hands off to Newton. Newton tries to go back, looks for Hukel, can't get it, dribbles to his left off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez fakes the three from the left side, at the top of the key. Now back to Kenkenpaw. Now back to Rodriguez, left side. Comes off a screen. He's going to drive on Rutherford. Dumps it inside to Meggs. Meggs will go to the line for 2. He's fouled by Moon.
To Meggs, and that will be a foul.
Third foul on John Moon.
25, John Moon, his second.
Second. So there's where one of the fouls was missed on Nitrata. So that's where I'd marked it down wrong. So just the second on Moon. Thought it was his third. It is a 5th team foul on the Eagles. That one goes in for D'Artagnan Meggs. First points of the night for Meggs. Second one up for Meggs. Off the side of the rim, no good. Kenkenpaw tries to tip it, can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Moon. Moon with his 8th rebound on the night. 67-61, 12:55 left to play in this game. OC leads. Strickland has it right side now to Rutherford. SNU's gone to a zone. Kind of a 2-3 zone, maybe a modified 1-2-2. Tries to dump it inside to Moon. Moon can't get it to go and tips it back out. Fresh shot clock for OC. A little bit of a matchup zone. Try to trap here in the corners to Hightower. Kicks it back out now right side over to Norris. They're going to try to whip it around the key. Dumps it inside to Moon. Moon spins. Nice awareness by John Moon as he dumps this one inside. He's now got 30. Here goes Hukel. Hukel inside. Foul's going to be called out top on the left side. Foul's going to be called on number 32, Jeffrey Hightower. Cameron Peters will check in for Hightower. First on Hightower, 6th team foul in the half. 69-61 lead for Oklahoma Christian. Willis will inbound it.
For Southern Nazarene, number 10, LB.
Rodriguez has it right side. Newton looking for Willis. Now finds Rodriguez top of the key. Comes off a screen. Rodriguez all the way to the hole. He'll lay it in for 2 with the left hand. 69-63. Under 12 to play. SNU cuts it to 6. 2-3 stretch zone for the Crimson Storm. Strickland will have it at the top. Bounce pass over to Rutherford. Back up to Strickland. 15 left on the shot clock. Dumps it inside to Peters. Peters left side for 2, no good, and that's the shot the Crimson Storm want. Rebounds goes to Meggs. Now Rodriguez will bring it up. Up top to Hukel. Left side to Willis. Willis comes off a screen. Left side to Hukel. Thought he was going to take the 3, now drives. Fakes. Bounce pass into Newton. Newton fakes. Now to Hukel. Hukel drives. And he's going to be fouled by Peters. Foul's going to be called on 23 Peters. It'll be 1-1 for Hukel. First foul on Peters, 7th team foul. SNU in out of the bonus. Hukel goes to the line. A junior out of Tecumseh. Hukel 1 for 2 on the line, at the line today. Now 2 for 3 as he hits the first. He's now got 9 points. Hukel trying to be the 3rd player for the Crimson Storm to get into double figures today. 69-64. Hits it, makes it 69-65. SNU cuts it to 4. OC has led by as much as 8 in the second half, 69-61. SNU cut it down to 69-65 here. 11 minutes left. Right side to Rutherford. Now back up to Strickland. Over to Norris, left side. Just going to try to rotate it around the top of the key. Rotate it around the perimeter to try to get this open look. Try to stretch this zone out for SNU. They got 4 around the perimeter. Strickland now left side. 4. 3 on the shot clock. 2. With 2 seconds left, Rutherford tries to bank it off. No good. Good defense by the Crimson Storm. Into the hands of Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to drive right side to Hukel. Hukel drives with his left into the lane. Takes it right at Peters, and he knows exactly what he's doing. Mismatch there out on the right side. Peters just cannot guard Hukel. Gets his 2nd foul. Team's 8th. Hukel will go to the line when we come back. Timeout on the floor, or it actually will be timeout called by Oklahoma Christian. Eagles lead 69-65, 10:40 left. You're listening to Crimson Storm basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. 69-65 lead for Oklahoma Christian. Francisco Hugo will go to the line for 1-1. Hugo so far at the line 3 of 4 tonight. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Would have been a big chance to cut it to 2 there. A rebound goes to John Moon. Full court press set up by SNU quickly as Rodriguez and Willis play that top. Rutherford picks up his dribble into the hands of Peters. They try to trap at the right side. Southern Nazarene all over the place with Willis and Rodriguez. Dumps it inside to Peters. They try to get it inside to Moon, and they call the foul on Quaylen Newton. Quaylen Newton thought he knocked it away, but foul's going to be called on Newton. Coach Bohutch didn't like that one either. 2 now on Newton. The 6th-team foul on the Crimson Storm. Butler will come in for Newton. Add another shooter in. 10:19 left. Rutherford will inbound it under the Eagles basket. Kicks it right back to Rutherford. No good. Rebound goes to Butler. Great rebound by Garrett Butler. Butler will bring it up across half court. Eagles still in man-to-man. Right side to Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes Rutherford to the hole. Fakes, goes in, lays it up and in for 2. C.J. Rodriguez now with 26. C.J. Rodriguez, unreal right now for Southern Nazarene. 1 point away from tying his career high. Rodriguez had 27 last year against Harding. Back up top to Peters. Now here goes Norris driving left side. Tries to kick it out to Rutherford. Rutherford now drives. And they're going to call a foul. I don't know how he called that from under the basket when there's other 2 officials out here on top. But Eugene Jackson will call that on L.B. Willis. It'll be the 3rd foul on L.B. Willis. It'll be the 7th-team foul on the Crimson Storm. When we come back, there will be I don't know if it'll be a shooter or at least a 1-on-1. Maybe not 2, but either way, OC will be at the line. They lead 69-67. Media timeout. We'll take a break. You're listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Back inside Sutton Fieldhouse on the campus of Central Oklahoma. 9:35 left to play. Just past the midway point of this half. SNU trails 69-67. It'll be Rutherford at the line for 2. Or 1, is it 1-1? It is 2. He was in the act of shooting. That one goes down 70-67. Rutherford, so far, first free throw of the night. He's now got 4 points. Second free throw for Rutherford. Up and good, makes it 71-67. 4-point lead for the Eagles. Meggs goes to handoff. Could have been called for a walk there. Now right side to Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes off a screen. Now up to Kenkenpaw. Left side to Hukel. Hukel will hand off to Butler. Butler up to Meggs. Meggs fakes the 3. Step back. Fakes it again. Rodriguez guarded by Moon. Rodriguez will drive. Now left side to Hukel. Hukel between the legs. 3 off the side. No good. Thought he might get a chance. A little bit of a step back there, but rebound going to Norris. Left side to Rutherford. Back up top to Norris. Now back side to Rutherford. Now inside to Moon and fouled hard by D'Artagnan Meggs. And John Moon will go to the line for 2. Good foul by D'Artagnan Meggs because Moon had an easy 2, and got to make sure he doesn't get that shot up. First foul on Meggs. 8th team foul on the Crimson Storm. hits the first. Now Moon, 8 of 12 from the line. Miles Finch will check in for the first time tonight. Finch, the 6'6 sophomore from Littleton, Colorado. Willis will also check in as Meggs and Kunkenpaw have a seat. Moon hits it, makes it 73-67. Under 9 to play. Willis will bring it across half court. Garrett Butler right side, now up top to Rodriguez. Rodriguez now back to Butler. Butler fakes the 3, drives, pulls it out to Miles Finch. Left side to Willis now. Willis drives. He goes up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be called on Norris. Believe that might be. We'll see if it's what foul that is on Norris. That is the 4th on Norris. Team's 9th. So now you got 4 fouls on Norris, 4 fouls on Entrada. So those 2 are in foul trouble for Oklahoma Christian. Willis with 3, Starkey with 3. Willis hits the first of 2 as Meggs and Newton check in. Butler and Finch have a seat. So on the floor for the Crimson Storm is Rodriguez, Newton, Willis at the line, Hukel, and Meggs. Willis hits the second one, 73-69. Leading scorer for the Crimson Storm now has 9 points. Rutherford finds Moon, and Moon cannot handle it, goes out of bounds. Turnover goes to the Crimson Storm. Big break there for Southern Nazarene because Moon had nobody around him. Southern Nazarene can't get a sub already, trying to do offensive-defensive substitution. L.B. Willis drives. He's fouled. He's going to be fouled by Daniel Eibel. I believe that's Eibel's first.
Fouls on number 2, Daniel Eibel. It's his first.
That is his first. Team's 10th, so we're in the double bonus from here at this point on. Willis will go to the line for 2. Willis 2 of 2 at the line. Make that 3 of 3 tonight. He's now got 10 points, 4 players in double figures for the Crimson Storm. Willis with 10, Hukel with 10, Butler with 12. Rodriguez leads all scorers for the Crimson Storm with 26. Willis makes it 4-4, and the Crimson Storm are now within 2. 73-71, Crimson Storm going to a full court press. One front press. Strickland backs up, tries to find somebody, see if they call a timeout, can't get it through. Rodriguez with a steal. Meggs comes up with it, lays it in for 2. Tie ball game, 73-73, timeout called by Oklahoma Christian. Southern Nazarene is back into this. 8:14 left to play, 73-73. I believe this will also count, will this count as will not count as Under 8 media, so it will be a 30-second timeout. We go take a break. You're watching Crimson Storm basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Oklahoma Christian will inbound it back to that one front press. This one tries to go behind his back, tries to bring it up Entrada, but it'll go off C.J. Rodriguez. It brought it across half court. Entrada tried to go behind his back as he dribbled, but it went off of Rodriguez out of bounds. Sub for Southern Nazarene. Noah Starkey will check in for Meggs. So trying to do a lot of offensive-defensive substitutions for Southern Nazarene. OC will inbound it into Eibel. Eibel will hand off to Strickland. Strickland looking for Moon. Can't get it. Dumped inside. Back to Strickland. Dumps it inside to Moon. Moon pushed away from the basket. Over to Rutherford for 3 from the right side. He fires a long 3. Big 3 for Oklahoma Christian. Rutherford now with 8 points. OC now leads. Here's Willis. Tries to answer back off the front of the rim. No good. Probably not a good decision by Southern Nazarene. Strickland will bring it across half court. Hands it off to Eibel. Eibel over to Strickland. Comes off of a screen, and they're going to call Quaylen Newton for the foul. Foul's going to be on Newton, his 3rd, team's 9th. Butler. Meggs will check in for Starkey and Newton. Strickland will go to the line for 1 and 1. He's got 8 on the night, 2 of 2 from the line.
His third, 19th foul. At the line, Elijah Strickland.
Strickland hits the first, makes it 77-73. Southern Nazarene has not led since the half. OC opened the half with a big run, and SNU has not seen the lead since. 78-73, Huckel for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. 78-73 lead for OC. SNU has cooled down a little bit from outside, from three-point range. OC has kept a pretty hot hand. Dumps it inside to Moon. Moon quickly, too hard, off the rim, no good. Now left side to Rodriguez for 3. No good off the right side. That could have been a big one to go down. Southern Nazarene trying to get back into it with threes. Back to the press for Southern Nazarene. Bring it across half court, trying to slow down OC. Hands off to Rutherford. Rutherford will hand off to Eibel, left wing. Up top to Rutherford. Now right wing to Entrada, guarded by Huckel. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Right side to Rutherford for a long 3. Can he hit back-to-back and rattles around? No good. That would have been a big one for OC, would have given their largest lead of the night. Meggs is going to shoot for 3, and he hits it. Left wing for D'Artagnan Meggs. The senior from California cuts it to 2. 78-76, one front press. Entrada throws it down into Moon. Moon, right side to Rutherford. Rutherford with a wide open 3. No good, bounces around off of Butler's hands out of bounds. Thought he had it. Timed the jump well and couldn't get it to go. Anton Kankenpaw will come in. Kankenpaw will come in for Butler. 5:56 to play. SNU has cut it to 2. SNU is about as close as they've been in a while. Moon dumps it into Moon, and easy 2-pointers for Moon, and I believe that is a career high for John Moon. Timeout's going to be called by Southern Nazarene as John Moon now goes over the career high. It's now 34 points for John Moon. That is a career high for the center out of Crescent, Oklahoma. 80-76, we'll take a break. You're listening to Crimson Store Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Back here inside of Sutton Fieldhouse, David Noblet. 5:48 left here to play in the second half. Southern Nazarene trails 80-76. One heck of a game as both teams are shooting the lights out here in Sutton Fieldhouse. Meggs backs him in up top to Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes off a screen with his left hand. Back up top to Huckel. Huckel fakes. He'll shoot a long 2 off the front of the rim. No good. Bounced around into the hands of Strickland. Boy, I thought that one was going to go down. Just roll off the front of the rim. They try to double team here in the corner. Strickland picks it up over the right side to Rutherford. Rutherford skip pass across. Now here is Entrada for 3, and he buries one from the left side. 86-73. Got SNU out of position. Rotating that ball around the top of the perimeter. Back out to 7. Matches the largest lead of the night. 5 minutes left. Tries to bounce pass. It was Meggs over to Huckel. Huckel still has his dribble. Now picks it up. Hands off to Rodriguez. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 7. Rodriguez, a long 3. And buries that one from deep. Rodriguez now with a career high. He's got 29. Inbounding it. Entrada will skip it across to Eibel. Eibel over to Strickland. Strickland can't handle it. Strickland tries to go out of bounds. We'll see. And it will be a turnover as they call it. Strickland tries to bounce it off of C.J. Rodriguez. It'll go out of bounds. over to SNU. SNU picks it up. It'll be a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Back here at the UCO Thanksgiving Classic, Oklahoma Christian taking on Southern Nazarene. 108th meeting between these two teams. 4:30 left in the game, 83-79. Oklahoma Christian leads. They have led by as much as 8 here in the second half. They led 69-61 with 12:16 left. SNU has cut it as close as 2 in that stretch. Bounces inside to White. White goes up and in for 2. The bounce pass by Francisco Huckel. Here comes Crimson Storm back with a 1 front press. The 1-2-2 press tries to trap. LB Willis almost comes up with a steal, just like a cornerback. Comes flying across from one side to the other, knocked it out of bounds. 27 seconds left on the shot clock. 4:12 left here in the game. Rutherford will inbound it into Strickland. Strickland backs it up, goes over to the left side to Rutherford. 2 seconds left. They will get it across in time. Here comes Rutherford racing down. Dumps it over to Moon. Alley-oop and in and one. Nice pass, and now Moon pushes his career high up to 36. Going to call a foul on
number 5.
Garrett Butler.
Garrett Butler, his second.
That's the second on Butler, and now both teams are in the double bonus.
Number 11, Zach Norris.
Great play as Rutherford came through, just kind of left it up there for Moon. Moon with the alley-oop, just lays it off the glass and in for 2. Completes the traditional three-point play and pushes the lead back to 5. 86-81 Oklahoma Christian. 4 minutes left. We've had 11 lead changes, 8 ties on the night, under 4 to play. Rodriguez will have it up top, right side to Butler. Butler tries to float it off the glass and in. Great play by Garrett Butler with the floater. He's now got 14. Back to the press by Southern Nazarene. The press has been somewhat effective. Strickland brings it up left side to Norris. Norris almost loses it out of bounds. And Southern Nazarene all over the floor. Now back to a man-to-man. Go back to 50. Up top to Norris. Now left side over to Strickland, guarded by Rodriguez. 14 left on the shot clock. Entrada right side to Norris. Up top to Strickland. Strickland fakes the 3, drives to the left side. Hands off to Entrada. Entrada drives. Back up top to the left side for Strickland. No good. Rebound goes to White. Good defensive possession for the Crimson Storm. Willis comes back up. He races down. Left side and goes to Rodriguez, and there'll be a foul called. Foul's going to be called on Norris, and that'll be the 5th foul on Norris. Norris will foul out of the game, and Willis will go to the line for 2. Meggs will check in. Meggs will check in for, we'll see here in a second, but 5 fouls on Norris. So Meggs will check in as Eibel checks in for Norris. Meggs will check in for Butler.
32, D'Artagnan Meggs. For Oklahoma Christian.
So 3:10 left. LB Willis will go to the line for 2.
LB Willis.
Willis 4-4 at the line. He's got 11 points. Misses that one. 3:10 left. Second of 2 on its way for Willis. Missed both, and rebound will go to Moon. Big chance for SNU to cut it to 1 there and can't get it to go. You foul Norris out and you try to hit the 2, and Willis just keeps Rutherford in front of him. They'll switch off. Will they go to a man? No, it looks like it'll still be a Yeah, no, it will be man-to-man. Thought it might be the 2-3 zone as Entrada shoots a three. Buries that one right in the face of L.B. Willis. Big three-pointer from the right side by Entrada. Or Entrada. The foul's going to be called on Eibel.
Foul's on number 2.
So that'll send L.B. Willis to the line for 2 again. Willis missed his last 2, 4 of 6. And Entrada
At the line,
has 17 on the night. He's 5 of 5 from three-point range. Big free throw there by L.B. Willis. Now 5 of 7 as Quaylen Newton checks in for C.J. White. This Oklahoma Christian team on the game, 12 of 23 from three-point range. 52.2% from beyond the arc. Hits the second. 89-85 with 2:40 left. Eibel drives on Newton. Now over the right side to Entrada. Guarded by Strickland. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Now 10. Rutherford has it, comes around, picked away. Oh, they're going to call L.B. Willis. Who are they going to call? L.B. Willis for the foul? They will. And L.B. can't believe it. He thought he got clean, and Willis will be called for the foul. It is his 4th. Willis's 4th. So Rutherford will go to the line for 2.
at the line.
That one called by Brian McNutt. Calvin Prince, Eugene Jackson, Brian McNutt. Your officials tonight. Well known in this area. Hits the first, makes it 90-85, does Rutherford. Butler will check in.
Garrett Butler.
Butler. 14 points on the night for SNU. Rutherford at the line. 3 of 3, trying to go 4 of 4 and getting double figures. He now is in double figures, pushes it back to 6. 91-85. Willis will bring it across half court to Butler. Hukel drives left side. Fakes, can't get it to go. Out to Meggs. Meggs will hand off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes off a screen. He drives into the lane. And he's fouled by John Moon, I believe. If that's the case, then that might be 3 now on Moon.
Number 25, John.
That is 3 on Moon.
It's his 3rd personal.
And C.J. Rodriguez will go to the line for 2. 2:07 left, 91-85.
Nazarene,
SNU trails.
C.J. Rodriguez, 2 shots.
Rodriguez misses a free throw, and that was a big free throw to miss. First free throw he's missed all night, now 3 of 4. That would have put him at 30 points on the night. Already has a career high with 29.
Anton Gunn.
John Moon for OC already has a career high with 37.
Garrett McGrady.
The school record for OC is 44. That was scored by Norrell Brown against Rockhurst back in 1981. No, SNU's is somewhere around that area as well. 91-86. OC lead as they bring it across half court. Rutherford brings it across. We're under 2 to play. SNU down 5. Strickland looks for Rutherford, hands it off to Rutherford, guarded by Kankanpah. OC's been able to score late in each possession here so far. 10 seconds left. Strickland will hand off to Eibel. Eibel back to Strickland, guarded by Willis. Tries to dump it, and LB kicks it, and they'll reset the shot clock. With 4 seconds left on the shot clock, they'll put it to 15. So now a semi-fresh shot clock for
Reset the shot
OC, back to 15. Good defensive play by Willis, but gives OC 11 extra seconds there in this possession. Tries to dump it inside to Moon. They do get it to Moon. Moon backs down McGrady on the left block. Kicks it back out to Strickland. 10 seconds left. Strickland hands it off to Eibel. 5 seconds left. 4 over to Strickland. Strickland's going to fire a long 3. No good. Off the side of the rim. Hukel tries to get it up quickly. Eibel knocks it out of bounds. This one was tipped by Strickland. There'll be a timeout call by Southern Nazarene. 1:23 left to play. Full timeout call by the Crimson Storm. 91-86. OC leads. You're listening to Crimson Storm basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. 1:23 to play. Southern Nazarene will inbound it on the right side on their half of the court. 1:23 to play. They trail by 5, 91-86. Willis will take it. OC stays in the man-to-man. They're going to call a foul on Eibel. And they have tightened up the foul calling here in the second half, especially in the last 5 minutes of the game. It'll be the third foul on Eibel as Garrett Butler will go to the line for 2.
Daniel Eibel. It's his third.
C.J. Rodriguez with 30 points, career high for the senior. That ties the 6th most points scored in a single game as Butler hits that one, makes it 91-87. McGrady will check in for C.J. White. So now on the floor for the Crimson Storm is Willis, McGrady, Butler at the line, Hukel, and Rodriguez. Eibel, Rutherford, Moon, Andrada, and Strickland on the floor for OC. Ken Kinpaw will check in for Garrett Butler as he hits the second one, makes it 91-88. 3-point game. SNU has been within 3 a handful of times in this game. OC trying to get it in. They're going to have to call a timeout, and that will be a timeout called by OC.
Timeout.
So Rutherford can't find somebody to get the ball in. It'll be a full timeout called by Oklahoma Christian. 91-88, 1:17 left to play. We'll take a break. You're listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. .117 left to play, 88-91. Southern Nazarene trails Oklahoma Christian. OC will inbound it under their own basket. Will inbound it under the Crimson Storm basket. Full court press by Southern Nazarene. They inbound it into Strickland. Guarded by Willis. See if they'll try to come over and trap. Willis tries to turn him. Rodriguez will now trap. They try to trap him back there. They got to call 10. It is a 10-second call, and the Crimson Storm have forced a turnover. As soon as I saw that 20 on the shot clock, has to be a 10-second call. So a backcourt 10-second violation, and SNU comes up with a turnover. 1:07 left to play. They will have a chance to cut it to 1 or tie it.
And 21, C.J. White.
And so Butler will check back in. So Willis, Butler, Hukel, Rodriguez, and White on the floor for Southern Nazarene. 1 minute left to play. SNU down by 3. Willis drives on Rutherford, pulls it back out, now looks for Butler for 3. Fadeaway 3, can't get it to go, and rebound goes to Moon. So a fadeaway 3 by Butler, thought he might have had a chance, couldn't get it to fall. And back him up, tries to get the press to go, almost went backcourt into the hands of Enterada. Rutherford's going to have a 3. That one rattles out. That one could have been a big 3 late for OC, can't get it to go. SNU down 3, 32 seconds left. Hukel drives, picks up his dribble, nowhere to go. May have to call a timeout, doesn't get it. Now Rodriguez. Rodriguez up top. Tries to give it over to Willis, see what they go with it. They're going to have 3 guys on the floor that can fire a 3, so we'll see who'll take it for SNU. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Rodriguez, top of the key, he fires for 3. He gets it to go! 12.9 seconds left. C.J. Rodriguez ties the ball game. 33 points for Rodriguez, 6 seconds left. Guarded by Hukel. Here's Strickland. Strickland goes in the lane, throws it up, can't get it to go. And Moon tries to fire it up with 0.4 seconds, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Wow. Foul's going to be called on Francisco Hukel with 0.4 seconds left. Officials are now going to check the time to see how much time is left. But Moon will have a chance to take the lead. He'll go to the line for 2. Strickland went through, tried to lay it up. Rebound went to Moon. He goes to put it up. He's fouled by Francisco Huckel. Unreal end to an unreal game if this does end right here. Ties it at 91. Southern Nazarene, I don't believe, had tied it the whole second half. They did it 73-73. That was the last tie. They had not taken the lead outside of leading right off the bat at 50-48. They had tied it on a D'Artagnan Meggs layup with 8:16 left to play in the game. Rodriguez with a big 3 to tie it at 91. SNU tried that press, tried to force it. Strickland drove down the lane with about 8 seconds left, tried to lay it up. Again, no good. Moon went for the follow-up. He was fouled. He'll go to the line for 2, and we come back after they take a look to see how many seconds are left on the clock. They are going to put more time on the clock. Eugene Jackson says 1.2. So 1.2 seconds left on the clock. Moon still with pretty much a good chance to win this unless SNU can just get the Hail Mary. But the bad part about this gym is that scoreboard hangs fairly low in this gym, so it'll be hard to fire it from court to court unless he gets out from the side. Moon will go to the line for 2. Tie ball game at 91. Already has a career high, does Moon. Moon on the night so far with 37 points. 10 of 14 at the line tonight. The first for Moon misses. SNU still got life.
Checking in for Southern Nazarene, number 33.
Garrett McGrady will check in.
McGrady.
We'll see what will happen here. Moon with a chance to give the Eagles the lead right here, 91-91. Moon hits the second, clutch. 92-91. Huckel's going to try to throw a long pass. This one into White. White fires it up, and no good. Off the glass, and Oklahoma Christian pulls out the victory, 92-91. Oklahoma Christian picks up the win. White had a chance, about a 75-foot pass by Cisco Huckel down to White, who went up and got it. Went to go off the glass, couldn't get it to go. Final score, Oklahoma Christian 92, SNU 91. OC picks up its first win of the year. They move to 1-3. SNU falls to 2-3 on the year. We'll bring it right back here. Southern Nazarene with a loss. We'll come back with final numbers, and we'll talk with head coach Adam Bohach. You're listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Back here inside Sutton Fieldhouse, final numbers on the night. Oklahoma Christian picks up the win, 92-91. in a game that featured 9 ties, 11 lead changes, 2 career highs, 1 career high by John Moon, who had 38 points on the night, the 7-footer from Crescent. For Oklahoma Christian, C.J. Rodriguez with 33 for SNU. That's a career high for him as well. 11 of 14, 7 of 8 for three-point range. For C.J. Rodriguez, 4 of 5 from the line. Garrett Butler also had 16 points for SNU, 2 of 7 from three-point range, 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line. He also had 5 rebounds. C.J. Rodriguez added 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. L.B. Willis, 13 points on the night, 4 rebounds, 7 assists for the junior out of Dallas, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from three-point range, 6 of 8 from the line. Francisco Huckel also in double figures. He had 10 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for the senior out of Tecumseh, 3 assists on the night, 3 of 10, 1 for 3 from three-point range, 3 of 5 from the line. And Anton Kankenpaw had 5 points off the bench. D'Artagnan Megg, 6 points off the bench. Garrett McGrady, Noah Starkey each with 2 points off of the bench. C.J. White was also held to 4 points and 3 rebounds. Southern Nazarene shot 47.7% from the floor, 31 of 65. SNU, 52% from three-point range, 13 of 25. Looked like the nail in the coffin may have been at the line, 16 of 23, 69.6% for Southern Nazarene. SNU out-rebounded 38 to 34, 12 of those rebounds offensive for OC, 9 of those rebounds offensive for Southern Nazarene. 32 points in the paint for Oklahoma Christian, 26 for SNU. SNU 16 points off of 14 OC turnovers. SNU just turned the ball over 8 times, but OC had 17 second chance points off those 12 offensive rebounds. Again, Moon led all scorers with 38, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 blocks. An unreal night for John Moon, the junior out of Crescent, Oklahoma. Elijah Strickland had 15. He was 5 of 11 from the field, 3 of 7 for three-point range, 2 of 2 from the field, 6 rebounds, 1 assist for him. 17 points for Natrata, 6 for 6 from the field, 5 of 5 from three-point range. An unreal night for Natrata as well, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 10 points, 8 assists, 2 rebounds for Jordan Rutherford. Jeffrey Hightower also had 7 points off of the bench, while Daniel Eibel had 3 points off of the bench. Eagles shoot 48.4% from the field, 30 of 62, 12 of 25 from three-point range, 48% from three-point range, 12 of 25, 20 for 27 at the line, 74.1%. SNU led by as much as 9 early in the game, 32-23, but OCU took the lead in the second half. A big run in the second half. SNU went into the second half with a 50-48 lead, and then OC, I believe it was a 13-4 run to take one of their biggest leads. It was actually a 21-11 run in that second half in the first 8 minutes to lead 69-61. That was their biggest lead of the game. SNU tied it at 8:16 left at 73-73. Kept it within 7 at most for the most points. OC led 91-85 with 2:20 left, and SNU scored 6 straight, including a big 3 by C.J. Rodriguez with 13 seconds left to tie it at 91. OC brought it back down. Strickland tried to drive it down through the lane. Off the glass, it was no good. John Moon with the rebound. He was fouled with 1.2 seconds left to play, hit the second of 2 free throws, which put OC up 92-91. Francisco Huckel had a chance to win the game as C.J. White had the chance to win the game. Huckel gave a 75-foot pass from under the basket of OC and threw it all the way down to about the free throw line to C.J. White. He turned, went off the glass, and missed the rim. No good. OC wins the game 92-91. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk to head coach Adam Bohach. You're listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com. Back here in Sutton Fieldhouse alongside head coach Adam Bohach. Coach, a fantastic game all the way around. I mean, a pretty high-scoring affair. So close. Man, great job by CJ tonight. Talk about the job he did, especially in the first half. Really get you guys going, get you out to the lead that you had.
Yeah, he made a bunch of shots tonight, Dave. Made that last one to tie the game, and we just the game kind of ended how the game was all game. We just couldn't get a stop.
Well, Coach, take a look at a couple of things. Again, C.J. Rodriguez, a career-high 33 points. Garrett Butler with 16 points on the night. Francisco Huckel with 10. I mean, outside of, you say, getting the stop, was there any other differences, or did it just come down to getting the stop when you need it?
Yeah, I just think we could not get a stop, David, and our identity is just so tied to our offense that if we don't score every trip, we just it affects us defensively, and we're scoring at an extremely high rate, and we still just couldn't find a way to get a stop. But a lot of that credit goes to Oklahoma Christian, and especially to John Moon. He was too much for us in there, and then every time where we dug it out of there and it came out, I mean, they had some guys just go bonkers from the three-point line, and so you got John Moon's 13 twos, and you got 12 made threes, and then you're in trouble.
If you guys just look at your stats coming away from this game, you guys shoot 47.7% from the field, 52% from three-point range, only turn the ball over 8 times. There's a lot of positive things to come away still from this game.
Yeah, I mean, our offense was fine.
Yeah.
Offense was good. We just we couldn't find a way to stop them.
What things do you look at going into the next game, and then what do you guys begin to work on in practice?
Yeah, it's definitely disheartening, Dave, that we haven't on the road, away from home, in 3 neutral site games, we have not guarded very well or not played very hard, and I'm really surprised by that and disappointed by that a group like ours that has played so many games and so many minutes hasn't been tougher away from home. And so we got to find some grit and some toughness by tomorrow to come in here and play a very good UCO team tomorrow night.
No rest for the weary. You guys turn around and play this UCO team that beat Oklahoma Christian in the Eagles' Nest about 10 days ago in double overtime. I don't know if you get to see that game, but Coach, what's it going to take to play well and maybe to pick up this win against the Broncos?
Yeah, they're different than Oklahoma Christian, but they're really well coached and obviously good at home and off to a tremendous start. Have already beat some people in our league, and so it'll be a great challenge tomorrow night.
All right, Coach. Good luck. Safe trip home. We'll see you back in Bethany and back here tomorrow.
All right, great. Thanks, Dave.
Once again, final score, Southern Nazarene 91, Oklahoma Christian 92. This will do it for the night. Crimson Storm moved to 2-3 on the year. OC moves to 1-3. Thanks again for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Again, one more time, final score, Oklahoma Christian 92, Southern Nazarene 91. You've been listening to Crimson Storm Basketball right here on SNUathletics.com.